Anyway, suspiciously, the ones that are crying about Khomeini dying are the same people that are celebrating that when Charlie Kirk was killed. Just notice the difference here. So, according to the Wall Street Journal, while destroying Iranian leadership, U.S. forces again suffered 0 reported casualties. This is a generational run, ladies and gentlemen. People are unaware of the level of W that this actually is. Thank God. God bless America. God protect our troops. For real, this is how we need to war. All right? We got to take out elite retards and keep our people safe. This is unbelievable. This isn't losing tens of thousands of soldiers to PTSD and violence in the Middle East and Iraq wars that were done to fund the military-industrial complex. Swift, sexy imperialism. This is what I'm talking about, baby. You go in there, breaking news, Iran confirms Khomeini is, that's right, Hitler dead of our generation, for real. Aside from threatening us, as well as orchestrating multiple terrorist attacks on U.S. soil, as well as on UK soil, as well as on Israel soil, as well as on just tons of other countries, attacking tons, this person has directly caused the massacre of not only tens of thousands of innocent Iranians on his streets, but also, never forget, the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of Christians massacred throughout Syria, also perpetrated by this retard. All right, never forget, we literally eliminated the Hitler of our time. Except Hitler was like a really smart guy, and this guy was like a barbaric retard. Anyway, lots to talk about this guy. Breaking, Tehran regime-controlled state television was destroyed as well. The Islamic propaganda is not pouring out of Iran because, well... Yeah, it's a rough day if you have an average IQ of 67 out there. I'm not gonna lie. Years of inbreeding. Khomeini was sent to Allah. One-way trip. Israel media announced the discovery of his body. Truly incredible stuff. And I have to show you the funniest clip of the day. All right, this is easily the funniest clip of the day. So this dude is heartbroken. All right, he's having the worst day of all time. Get ready for this one.
A Muslim dies on Friday, the day of Jum'ah, whether it be the night of Jum'ah, meaning Thursday after Maghrib, Thursday night, or the day of Jum'ah. Has anything been mentioned in the hadith? Yes, we find in the hadith mentioned in Jami' al-Tirmidhi. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam has mentioned,
Muhammad, peace be upon him.
ما من مسلم يموت يوم الجمعة أو ليلة الجمعة إلا وقاه الله فتنة القبر.
Wow.
That no Muslim dies on the day of Jum'ah.
Awkward. Someone tell Khomeini he wasn't supposed to die.
Or the night of Jum'ah.
Oh my.
Meaning Thursday night after Maghrib. Except that Almighty Allah protects that individual from all of the trials of the grave.
Yes. Almighty Allah protects people. That's weird.
The trials.
Almighty Allah did not seem to protect Khomeini.
The difficulties of the grave, the punishments of the grave. Almighty Allah, through His mercy, protects that individual.
I'm noticing the Almighty Allah has guided the missiles of the United States directly into that motherfucker's bedroom.
Why? Because that individual passed away on Friday, either the day or the night.
Right. So this proves that Khomeini does not get a 72 virgins in heaven. Now, this is heartbreaking stuff, for real. Everyone talking about how Khomeini was martyred, but you don't die on Friday if you are an actual good servant of Allah, because Allah will protect you. So if you die on Friday, it means you are not going to heaven. So this is diabolical. Rules and regulations on Islam are insane, bro. Dude, you've got to be kidding me. 0 virgins for Khomeini. Terrible day to die, Khomeini. No virgins for you. No infinite rape of children fantasy in heaven for this guy. Now, I have to show you what victory with all the aura looks like. Imagine your senior leadership looks like this on day 1 while your enemy has 0 casualties total. All right, but yeah, theocratic dictatorship. All right, so let's take a look-see. Let's look at the scoreboard so far. All right, so commanders and leaders on the American side, we had Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, Dan Kane, Brett Cooper. On the Israeli side, Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel Katz, A.R. Zamir, and Tomer Bar. All right, thank God they're all safe. All right, there we have commanders and leaders on the other side. Khomeini, dead. Masood, still alive. Ali, still alive. Aziz, dead. Ali Shamkhani, dead. Mohammed Parpour, dead. Salah Asadi, dead. Mohammed Shizari, dead. Hossein Jabal Amerlian, dead. Reza Mofrenia, dead. So far we are 8, we got rid of 8 out of 10 of their entire leadership on day 1. 0 aura, And for all we know, that these last two guys are like Mossad operatives or some shit. All right, I'll be real. I'll be real. This is what absolute domination looks like. We have taken out 40 of their top leadership over the course of a day. Right? That's what I'm talking about, man. This just goes to show that Trump is the peace president, by the way. Dux, what do you mean he's the peace president? He is the peace president because we're not in an infinite war throwing meat shields at each other for 10 years. All right, I'm not gonna lie. It seems like, now I don't want to be controversial here or anything, but it seems like this is the most anti-war war of all time. Where's the war? We take out all their retards, we liberate their people, we save millions, and, you know, we go on our merry way, thank God. Anywho, after nearly 5 decades of threatening America, he dies on the very first day of the war, Lamau. This is so sad. Bro has been building to this his entire life. He has been building his entire life to have a war with America. Death to America, he chanted. He planned multiple assassination attempts against Donald Trump, which all failed, thank God. But it seems like at the end of the day, Allah is a Zionist. I know, heartbreaking stuff for poor retard that's dead with no virgins. So this is incredible. So this is the Khomeini account tweeting, in the name of the exalted, peace be upon him. All right, so this is after he's dead. And here we have Syrian third worlders. Imam Khomeini is still tweeting. He's good. The rumors of his death are exaggerated. Telling you, man, there is an IQ deficit that must be acknowledged over here. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so here we have retards, Syrian retards, be like, no, he's still alive. He made a tweet. Yeah, the tweet is literally saying he's dead. I mean, I appreciate the visual aid. And dude, I love that people are waking up to this. I don't know, man. Seems like wars are super easy when the objective is to actually win, not launder $1 trillion for your friends in the DC, VA, MD area for decades. Quite literally, it seems like if the purpose of war is just to decapitate the snake and move on, and not sit there letting the snake bite you for 10 years before you do that, it's pretty insane. Not only is this a colossal W in regards to just showing the world that, yeah, we are the world power, you do not fuck with us or you die. Not only is that incredible, by the way, but also it goes to show what the priorities actually are. What a lot of people are unaware of is that our ally in this war, Israel, is more than happy to take part in this war against Iran, you know, for funding terrorists all over the place, including attacking Israel tons of times. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But a lot of people don't remember this for some reason, because it goes against some narrative. But this is an article from 2007 where Israel literally said, yo, the Israelis were telling us Iraq is not the enemy, Iran is the enemy. It's almost like this is a dual interest war. And when I say dual interest, I mean literally all the good guys on the planet support this. You have to be especially retarded, low IQ, or Islamic if you are against this war. Mostly because it's not really a war. It's a decapitation. We move on with life. We are the superpower. You fuck around. You find out. You try to assassinate our president. You declare war on us. You chant death to America while you try to enrich uranium to get a nuclear bomb that you directly state you're going to use to kill us. No, we're not going to play that game. We're going to kill you. Well, here's Iran's TV anchor announcing the death of Khomeini. This is so sad. Khomeini, by the way, the guy that instituted the policy of raping virgins before executing them for showing their hair in public so that they don't go to heaven after their executions. Khomeini, all right? Mass rapist, pedophile, murderer. All right? Let's not forget who we're dealing with. No, oh, what a glorious day. If you're not retarded. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. He died like a dog. A beautiful dog. Oh. Dude, I could watch this fucker crying over the corpse of a retarded dictator, mass murderer every day. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm just happy that Western civilization has balls again. I'm not gonna lie. We've been governed by weak men for far too long. Weak retards that are not willing to take the actions necessary. Yeah, nope, sorry, don't care. So anyway, bro's crying, his eyes out, death of Khomeini. Here's another one. Iranian state television announced the death of Khomeini. Yeah, actually, we're here to help. We're here to help you return to Allah even faster.
روح بلند پیشوای
Yeah.
ملت
Right,
بزرگ
so he's saying that the nation of Iran is mourning the passing of the esteemed
ایران
supreme leader of Iran. I'm going to show you the people of Iran celebrating right now because it's one of the most eye-opening. Again, I told you, this is the most mask-off moment of my lifetime as a content creator. I'm not exaggerating. I am about to show you leftist women communists in America crying for the death of a mass-murdering rapist pedophile. And I'm going to show you the people he's been oppressing celebrating side by side. You're not ready.
و پیشقراول امت اسلامی
The vanguard of the
حضرت
Islamic
امام خامنه‌ای.
Ummah. By the way, right, he's making believe he's some big ally of the Islamics. I'm going to show you all the Islamic countries that are currently saying they're willing to join our war against Iran. Dude, you're not ready. You're not ready.
با نوشیدن شهد گوارای
Khamenei's
شهادت
dead. He died like a dog.
در ماه مبارک
Yeah, he thought he was going to be having sex with children in heaven for eternity. That's what his religion said. But turns out he's going to be getting raped by Lucifer for a very long time.
رمضان
Yeah.
به ملکوت اعلا پیوست.
Yeah, Ramadan. We're here to help.
شورای عالی امنیت
He will be fasting for the next couple of days. He will not be eating at all. So anyway, this is Sneako, retarded third worldist pundit in our country for some reason. All right. Now, a lot of people keep saying Sneako's based. They're all wrong. Sneako's retarded and gay. All right. He literally was a gay porn star for a little bit there. He supports the marriage of children. He's in our country. He converted to Islam for clout, in my opinion. This is him crying over the death of Khamenei.
امام علی صلوات الله علیه و سلامه علیهما در ماه مبارک رمضان با سر دادن ندای آسمانی
There he
خست و
is.
به رب الکعبه
Oh
بساحت
no!
مقدس الهی
I must pray for the mass murdering dictator, rapist, pedophile. No!
واصل گردید.
Oh, you cannot take these retards seriously. Nucks are burning bridges. I don't care. I make content the way I see it. I'm not willing to capitulate one iota because a retard will get offended. I'm sorry if that bothers you. You can leave. That's me, though. That's what we do
شهد
here.
گوارای شهادت را
Yep,
در این ماه مبارک نوش نمود.
that's right.
امام علی صلوات الله علیه
Yep,
و سلامه
that's it.
علیهما در ماه
Absolutely.
مبارک رمضان با سر دادن ندای آسمانی خست و
Oh, pedophile dead. Sneako most affected. Heartbreaking stuff. Anyway, so it doesn't stop there, right? So Sneako calls Netanyahu a coward, all right? This is amazing. I love these guys, all right? Now, there's a lot to criticize Netanyahu for, don't get me wrong. But not in regards to taking out Khamenei. This dude's legacy was cemented quite literally yesterday. So anyway, this is Sneako having a crash out. And again, you're gonna get ready to hear the most third world crash out of all time. I don't know what happened. Like, the question is, are you like 80 IQ and then because you're dumb and retarded, you convert to Islam in America for clout? Or do you convert to Islam and then your IQ drops? I'm just asking the questions.
Unconfirmed reports suggest that Benjamin Netanyahu has been killed in an Iranian airstrike. Like, no, he's
Unconfirmed, because it obviously didn't happen. Yeah, because they don't have the capabilities to do that. Because they are sub 70 IQ retards that have been inbreeding for 1,400 years.
probably in Greece right now hiding. The difference is
let's
Khamenei's
go.
in Iran with his people.
With his people, he's an oppressive dictator that's been massacring his own people for the last month and a half. He killed 30,000+ of his own people, right? But he's talking about Khamenei like he's some sort of war hero.
These people are cowards. Really, Netanyahu, they're not going to be. They're not even in Israel. They're in some bunker, probably in Greece or maybe on an island somewhere. They're not in Israel because they're.
Netanyahu is literally in Israel. He was seen right before the war started. He was there with the Indian prime minister.
They're cowards. The same way
Right,
when they killed Yahya Sinwar,
Right.
the leader of Hamas. Where was he?
Yeah.
He was on the front lines.
Yeah, raping and killing like terrorists do. He died like a dog, and the world is better for it. Sinwar, the guy that started October 7th massacre, and also the guy that, by the way, directly caused the deaths of 70,000 people in Gaza. All right, but he's a hero because he's a chimp with a assault rifle. It's unbelievable watching these retards.
Holding an AK-47. Yeah, Netanyahu's not dead. He's in Greece, bro. But
Oh, so you mean like he's a good commander and he doesn't just die like a retard for no purpose? That's cool.
they're cowards. And the reason they're cowards is because
What a coward! He's not doing what Allah commanded him, raping women of different faiths.
why this happens and why there's evil in the world
All
is
right,
these
let's
people
go.
fear death.
He's just admitting that Islam is a death cult. No! Bro, you're not allowed to say it out loud, dude. Stop.
You understand that? The people of Israel,
Yes, we know. That's why Iran is targeting civilians and Israel and the United States are directly targeting commanders and terrorists. Exactly. exactly.
These Jewish supremacists, the reason that they go on Epstein Island and why Trump thinks he's going to hell.
By the way, a lot of people don't know this, but Netanyahu is not only not on Epstein's island, but Epstein worked with Ehud Barak to not let Netanyahu win his election and become president. Epstein hated Netanyahu. So, interesting. He just says things. Like, it's unbelievable.
Why they try to become gods on earth, why people like Elon Musk will hoard $1 trillion is because they fear death.
Yes, making money is bad.
It's because they want to be immortal in this world. The afterlife, it scares them, so they want to become gods on this earth.
So he instead prefers to live in a reality where you join a religion that tells you that you will be able to have sex with children for eternity if you just die killing people.
So they manipulate and they try to take power from God. They want to be the creators. And so the reason they hide and cower, even when it's war with their people, is because...
Why should he be on the front lines anyway? Like, this is unbelievable. He's an 80-year-old guy, all right? Why should he be on the front lines with an AK-47 raping infidels or whatever Sneako supports? No. Khomeini was quite literally in a bunker. He died like a rat.
They know if they died, they know deep down where they're going. But people like Yahya Sinwar, leader of Hamas,
terrible guy.
He's in Palestine.
Rapist pedophile.
He's in Palestine defending his people.
There's no such thing as Palestine. I don't know. I never heard of this term before.
The destroyed building holding an AK-47 because he knows that if he dies...
He's a rapist terrorist, yeah. Yeah, he literally is a rapist pedophile terrorist, and he died like a dog, and he thought he was going to heaven because he was part of a death cult that thought they would go to heaven if you just kill some innocent people.
Doing the right thing.
The right thing.
If he
Direct open support of terrorism, by the way, in the United States.
Dies in an act of martyrdom, you get the highest rank in heaven.
Yep, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we know. We know that your religion tends to produce people that believe that if you die as a martyr, murdering innocent people, you go to heaven. And that's why it's actually really dangerous. Yeah.
We don't fear death. We're not supposed to.
I know, you're a death cult. You love death.
Maybe the Rando saying a lot of these Gulf countries, a lot of these people that prioritize dunya or prioritize money and, tall buildings and this, then they can stray away.
That's right. The United Arab Emirates and all these other countries that are rich. They prioritize wealth over dying for a cause of raping innocent people.
But it's a reminder that this life is short. And so Khomeini, if he did die, if you died...
He's dead. He died like a dog.
In this act, especially during the holy month of Ramadan, inshallah, he gets the highest rank in Jannah. And he
No, you didn't hear the news? He died on Friday. You don't get 47 virgins if you die on Friday. I don't know if you heard the news. Anyway, so it doesn't stop. Life is short. He died in the act, the highest honor. Your terrorist leader is dead. He was killed. He died like a dog. And after you die, not hoping for any violence against this guy, by the way. I'm not endorsing it. I just think Sneako's retarded. I don't even think Sneako's a bad guy. I really just think he's retarded. I want to make this line in the sand. Khomeini, bad guy, happy he's dead. The world's better off. Sneako, I don't want him to die. I don't want any violence on him. I just think he's retarded. And he needs to find God and realize that he is worshiping the wrong guy right now. Anyway, moving on. The White House announced, all right, this is a new Trump tweet. Iran just stated that they are going to hit very hard today, harder than they have ever hit before. They better not do that. Oh boy. However, because if they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Spoilers, they did hit very hard, or at least as hard as they could. They flailed out. They bombed 11 countries, all right, just over the last couple of hours. We're going to talk about it. There were innocent civilians dead because they target civilians. We have a lot to talk about. It's going to be exciting, for better or for worse, but these people are fucked. I don't think they realize that it's actually over, and they're trying, again, because as Sneako put it so well, they are a death cult, and they are more than happy to die for the cause of killing innocent people. True! So, anyway, we have a lot to talk about. The retards crashing out, their attacks, so much to say. Now, first, I have to show you how the New York Times has been reporting this, because the left is losing their mind that Trump did something so deeply good and popular, and everyone's freaking out about it. So, this is how they report how the creator of the Dilbert cartoon died. All right, Scott Adams, disgraced Dilbert creator, dies at 68. All right, disgraced, dies at 68. Basically, they did not mourn this guy's death because he was right-wing and he voted for Trump. This is how they talk about Khomeini. Ayatollah Khomeini, hardline cleric who made Iran a regional power, dies at 86. I'm noticing you forgot to mention dictator. I noticed that you forgot to mention dictator. You massacred 30,000 people over the last month, that has abused and tortured women and children through Iran, that started multiple wars. Not only wars with Israel, wars with Syria. He's killed innocent people there. He's killed innocent people in Yemen through the Houthis, which is a terrorist organization that is literally a proxy of Iran. He's funded Hezbollah, another proxy of Iran that's killed people in both Lebanon and in Syria. This is unbelievable stuff. We got the New York Times glazing this guy. Are you serious? The New York Times had this to say about Scott Adams. Scott Adams, whose comic strip Dilbert was a sensation until he made racist comments on a podcast. Are you serious? The New York Times is going to condemn racist comments on a podcast and not condemn an actual dictator terrorist? Like, this is unbelievable. We're literally in clown world. All right, so I just wanted to show you this nice wholesome video. So everyone in this video is dead. They're all dead. No, you're not allowed to celebrate about TV people dying. No, actually, yes. No, actually, don't get me wrong. As they say in France, inshallah, they're all fucking dead now. Based. No, I don't care. What do you mean? I'm not supposed to celebrate the death of people that want me dead. Me personally, as an American and as a Jew, oh, I am so done. I am so on these people's shit list. It's unbelievable.